There's the recent Suez Canal problem with a giant cargo ship stuck. And the solution is not maybe as simple as people make it out to be, of digging it out on both ends. I'm sorry, just blasting it out with dynamite, or that they just can turn the whole ship. Unloading it might be difficult because you need to unload it onto another big ship that has to come from the opposite direction, or a lot of small ships, or build a temporary crane thing. And it doesn't get rid of it stuck, but make it easier to turn the whole thing and more maneuverable. Incidentally, these big ships are not very maneuverable at all, and they also can get stuck in the wind in a direction. The axle, they actually need help from tugboats to maneuver on harbors because they can't turn on their own well. So all these problems, but in some ways the solution is actually more simple than people think. If we could dig around it a big hole quickly, then we could collapse the sand into that big hole. And if we could pump in a lot of water quickly and fill up and just do it safely, and you could turn the whole thing on. Or we could just have a big ship come and take it. Well, why hasn't this happened? Well, this is a criticism of any system that is not made with a large-scale cooperation and with greed and stuff like that. And that is because no one wants to put in a lot of investment into fixing a problem. Everyone's looking out, and it might hurt my company. It might mean that my company loses $1 million. I'm making up these numbers to dig it out. But hey, sorry, it means my company uses $1 million every day. But I would have to first put in $20 million to fix this thing. So I'm going to wait a bunch of days. Then there's also a game of chicken, because if I keep waiting, maybe someone else gives up first and I don't have to pay it now. And if I pay it now, maybe it was better if I wait one more day, someone else would pay the whole bill. So it wasn't the $1 million loss. Like after 20 days, I paid $21 million, but someone else pays it the next day. And if I paid it on the 21st day, that person wouldn't have paid. So who chickens out and pays the whole bill first? Kind of competition. We're seeing a similar problem with the GameStop controversy, actually, where no one wants to chicken and just take the bill. Everyone is just pushing it and greeting. A lot of other things where it's not a collective action. Everyone's just looking out for their own ones. And even though there's a simple fix that costs a lot of money, we don't do it. So yes, the solution's simple, but it would just cost a lot of money and no one's going to foot the bill. And then you can look at lawsuits and stuff like that. But lawsuits are very time consuming. Who's going to bring up the lawsuit? Who's going to take the time for the lawsuit? Who's going to spend the money on it? And that means I still have to take a huge burden. And also lawsuits, there'll have to be so many to keep people in check and all the time. And then it's a very long process to pay. And sometimes it's not even a company's fault. It's just that one driver, and so the company, or it's just one person's fault, or it's just a freak of nature or accident. Some really weird weather phenomenon happened, and you can't blame anyone. But someone still needs to pay to fix the thing. If a bridge collapses due to some freak phenomenon, and it's costing so much transportation issues, but no one wants to pay for the bill because they're just waiting for the next person to take it out, then it doesn't work. And this is why I think we need to work on economy not just based on capitalism, where there's more government, taxes, interventions. You could also work on more co-ops and communities working together at the local level, or companies that are more co-op based or union based to get rid of this problem. But it's just something to think about. Thank you very much. Hope you found this interesting. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers in a year, 4,000 watch hours, which is really hard. But with your help, I believe I can do it. And also, if you have any idea for future topics or questions or anything, leave them in the comment section below. Goodbye.